Sick Lines, how you doing? Scott Nickel from IBIS, and we're here at the Sea Otter Classic celebrating our 30th year of being in business here at IBIS. And we have a brand new bike we're introducing here at the Sea Otter Classic. It's called the Mojo SLR. And the SLR takes pretty much all the knowledge that we've gained building the original Mojo, which is a 140mm travel sort of XC trail bike with a DW Link rear suspension. We built that original Mojo back in 2005, and from there we moved to the Mojo SL, which is a little lighter and a little stiffer. And then we moved to a different category with the Mojo HD 160mm travel bike. And that bike was about a 6.3 pound frame and very, very stiff and very strong. So now we've taken everything we've learned from the Mojo HD and thrown that into the Mojo SLR. The Mojo SLR has identical geometry to the Mojo SL. So it's a DW Link with 140mm of rear wheel travel, 69 head angle. And some of the things we've changed up on the SLR are we've got a tapered steer. So you can run an angle set on here if you want to kick the head angle down to 67.5, say. And you can run 140 or 150mm fork on it if you want, either way. If you go to 160, probably move over to Mojo HD. That'd be the right way to go. We use an entirely new molding technology in this bike. And just picture a little cutaway here. And the technology is pretty advanced. It allows us to build a super clean layup. Results in a stiffer, stronger, lighter bike, basically. If you go to our website, you can see details on how we do it. But it's a pretty interesting process, and it builds a superior frame, we think. Let's see. So in addition to the tapered head tube, we've also got, we got some riffraff going through the booth here. That was Brian Lopes, you guys. The BB92 bottom bracket lends itself really well to the molding technology that we use to lay these up, but once again, stiffer, stronger, lighter. Those are the three things we're always looking to improve. One of the other features that the bike has, in addition to the BB92 press fit, is the direct mount. And the nice thing about that is it's much more compatible with the 2x drivetrains that are coming out now. So 2x and 3x can all be very easily accommodated with the direct mount. The other thing you can do with this is there's actually an upper chain guide, or a chain guide that you can run just for the top half that MRP makes. And there's some pretty interesting new derailleur technology that Shimano has come out with that really kind of eliminates the need for the bottom half of the chain guide. It's called the Shadow Plus. Shimano can tell you all about that. One of the other things that the SLR has is 142 Maxle through axle. So once again, stiffer, stronger, lighter. One of the things I should also point out is these are 160mm post mount integrated carbon into the dropout. So it's, instead of a dropout, it's all one piece now, which is slightly different than the way we used to do it. We're using a new lower link on here, the latest revision. This is what we call Rev 14, so it's actually ends up being 100% stiffer torsionally than the first iteration of the link that we did at the very beginning back in 2005. So we've been making constant improvements on the Mojo SL, and that bike has gotten stiffer and better all along, but we pretty much reached the end of the rope with what we could do with the Mojo SL because it didn't have the tapered head tube, which lets you use the much stiffer tapered steer forks. Also the BB92, as I mentioned, and the Maxle through axle. All of those things are real game changers technologically as far as building a bike that performs even better. One of the other things that we did is we kind of took the volume of the Mojo HD and put that in the front half of this bike. And what I mean by that is that's how big the tubes are and how stiff they are. So the Mojo SLR ends up being about 90% as stiff overall, 80 to 90% in every measurement as the Mojo HD, but it's lighter than the Mojo SL. So that's the quick tour. There's a few other things like the Kashima coated really makes the DW Link perform beautifully. the soft, you know, the small bump compliance is just really, really incredible. There's a couple other colors offered in addition to this matte color with the black and blue. There's also a nice orange that's painted the same color as the Lamborghini Murcielago, however you pronounce it. And we have a silver and a gray as well. $24.99 for the frame, weighs about 4.9 pounds. The very first bike that comes off the production line coming up here real soon is going to be raffled off. We're selling $5 raffle tickets here at the Sea Otter Classic and online. You can go online to the IBIS website and you'll see a link right there on the homepage. The Sierra Buttes Trail Stewardship is a group that maintains and builds trails up in Downeyville, which is one of the greatest places in America or in the world to ride. So do a good thing, support the Sierra Buttes Trail Stewardship, buy a few raffle tickets, and maybe you'll be the lucky one who wins this, the very first one off the production line. Your choice of size, your choice of colors. That's pretty much the quick nutshell.